news?
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Let's head over into the drone newsroom and see what's happening with our newsman, Jeff Sills. What's happening, buddy?
Well, this week has been very active with news from all over the place. So we'll get started out of Japan. Wingcopter and All Nippon Airways have partnered to use the Wingcopters to be able to fly drones to rare places.
Build a drone logistical network, establishing it and scaling it all over the country. In the first phase, we are starting in Goto to deliver medical goods faster to remote regions and therefore saving and improving lives.
With Wingcopter's high-performance drone solution, we can reach remote islands with high speed. Strong partnership with Wingcopter will bring dramatic change in logistics in Japan, and it will bring great opportunities to provide better quality of life in near future and beyond.
Well, that's neato. That's a cool thing.
It's very cute.
It is
Yeah,
cute.
and that's able to fly extremely long distances. They've been testing this since I think 2019, but the areas that they're going to be sending this to are traditionally areas that have been extremely difficult for them to do any kind of deliveries.
Okay, very good. I like that.
All right, so next we have a photographer, Frodo Alvarez. Now, we've seen in the past people that will create pictures in the sky using drones. This one, on the other hand, is a little bit spectacular because this artist uses 5 drones.
All right.
Ooh.
And what's he doing with them?
He's using 5 drones to recreate a 40-meter-high football titan.
With
so
just 5?
Yeah, so he's light painting with them. This is timed exposure and everything, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I want to know
Okay,
where he
you
got
can
his
do a
glow-in-the-dark
lot of
mask. Yeah, where'd you get that? Did you see that too? Actually, I want that.
What I loved was the fact that they did this with different colored lights. You know, so each one of the drones basically filled out, like the arms and the clothes were separate. It was really well done.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the patience to do something like that, but that is awesome. I've never done any light painting.
It would be cool to try that out.
Yeah.
Now, hold on, Jeff. Did you say that was a football light painting? That was soccer.
Yeah, what are you talking about,
Oh.
man? Sorry, all of Europe.
Sorry for
literally
the rest of
everyone
the world.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Sony is bringing forth their AirPeak drone, and every so often they like to give us a little bit of a sneak peek as to what is happening with this drone. Recently, they shared companies' testing methods for the AirPeak, showing this drone being able to stabilize and maintain position in 43.6 mile per hour winds.
The more I hear about this thing, the more impressed I am with it. How do you think the Matrice 210 would do in the same conditions?
I think it would be drifted.
You think?
I think it would.
Look at that big old fan.
I'd love to just try to stand in a wind tunnel until I couldn't anymore.
I'm just impressed with how stable this thing is. I mean, it is literally rock solid in these just extremely high winds.
It really is.
And they're also talking about this thing to be able to function in various weather conditions. So like rain, cold weather, etc. They're making it sort of an all-purpose drone.
Is the string there just to show the wind moving, or is it serving a purpose, do you think?
I would imagine it's part of showing where the travel of the wind is over the drone.
The string wants to have fun too, Ken.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sorry. I hadn't thought about the needs of the string. Thank you, Ashley. You're always right there.
All right. So for the first time, in human history
Mm.
we have flown on a foreign or on another planet.
This is so cool. Check this out. Here it is. The Mars stuff.
Screen is the image from our onboard navigation camera showing us hovering above the surface of Mars. How incredible! We're gonna wait for the Perseverance rover image of us.
We can now say that human beings have flown a rotorcraft on another planet.
That is fan-freaking-tastic. Look at that. It was a very short flight, just a little test flight. But I guess they're going to go over that berm later, do some more.
Well, yeah, I mean, so the first flight was as proof of concept. Obviously, they tested this thing on on Earth, and they tried their best to simulate the Mars environment. But obviously, once it gets there, they need to be able to make sure that it's going to work. So the fact that it took off and flew and maintained its location was the first really important part of it. But the stability, the fact that it didn't drift anywhere, that thing was just absolutely spot on, just truly amazing. I cannot wait to see how they use this going forward.
This is a very exciting time we're living in. We're living in the future.
So next in the news, we have some really interesting stuff that comes out of the UK. First is a huge rockfall that happened in Jurassic Coast in Dorset. This was just absolutely enormous. This is the first collapse that this area has had in almost 60 years. And the amount of the side of this cliff that fell was just phenomenal.
Did they lose any of the sheep? Did any of the sheep die in this thing? Because they were right on the edge. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't have any indication that any of the sheep went with it. Obviously there's hazards in the area, but because of some heavy rains, the area around there had softened, and that whole section fell. Now, not to be outdone, on the other hand, we have this footage that's come from Wales. This is from one of their areas, and this is even more terrifying because not only did they have the collapse, but there's houses there.
Oh, yeah, there's little bits of manicured lawn down there on the beach now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Well,
how'd you like to be that homeowner that suddenly lost like most of his yard?
well, I mean, there's a lot less to pay your gardener now, right?
Okay.
That's look. You build your house on a cliff. That's the chance you take. What about these other houses down there that are on the cliff? You know, what if it happened there? That would have been bad. Do you think the value of the other houses went down after this? Because you can't be a real estate agent in that area and go, check out this house. No, not that one. Not that one. Don't look over there. Yeah, the beach is right there. Okay, now I know your neighbor's lawn is now part of the beach, but don't worry about that. That only happens once every 100 days. So over here we have this house. That's got to be awkward. But that's a terrible thing, man. That's if anybody was down the beach, that would have been it.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what it sounds like.
I don't know.
I thought there would be a follow-up
I
comment.
bet it sounds like a freight train. Everything sounds like a freight train, man. That tornado is coming towards me. It sounds just like a freight train. Just like a freight train.
That's what I was looking for.
I mean, they just can't. They have no other descriptor. Man, that hurricane came up on me. Sounds just like a freight train. I'm sorry. I digress. And back to the news.
I always wonder if those people freak out at train crossings then. All right.
Yeah.
So next in the news, we have some video footage. This comes out of Norman, Oklahoma. This was a situation on March 28th where they had an active shooter situation. And the police department used their drone in a very unique way.
We had the drone go up, trying to figure out where this guy was shooting from. And when the drone went up, it took his attention off of us.
Louis, talk. We got a drone in the air.
Oh.
Another dozen shots.
I think he's shooting at your drone.
we're clear. He does not have eyes on yet.
And he started shooting at the drone and going after that, which again gave us a little bit of a reprieve. That actually was able to fully redirect him away from our area for the most part after that. He was still shooting. He actually shot a little bit more towards the south team that was still stuck down there. But he had taken his attention off of us and the citizens, which was a very good thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, to use a drone for a distraction technique?
That is smart.
Yeah, that's great. What a great idea.
Yeah, that was really an interesting thing, because I don't think they originally intended for the drone to be the distraction technique. I think once they realized that the guy was going to be distracted by it, they were like, hey, keep that up.
Right, right. Yeah, that's other more good news about the use of drones. That's great. I love it.
So also, this is some amazing footage that's come out of Russia. This is a Moscow-based journalist, Maria Passer, who went out recently and filmed an abandoned Russian village that has been completely encapsulated in ice.
Whoa.
Huh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is the village of Severny, and it's an abandoned village. You know, it's there's very few people remaining there, and they had some very terrible conditions come through with some freezing drizzle and rain and stuff, and this whole place just got completely inundated by it.
Why is it abandoned? Is it one of those towns near Chernobyl or something?
It's just a village that people are moving away from. You know, it's been dying over time. It's in a very remote area, and people just don't really want to live there as much anymore.
Well, yeah, because once in a while the weather is crap. Clearly.
I was gonna say, you know what? I would abandon a place that gets completely frozen over.
Yeah, right. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
But what a great place to film a movie or something. Right?
Ooh,
oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's not radioactive like some of the abandoned places in Russia.
Shoot a Bond film there. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, so out of Martinez, California, this was kind of interesting. So a Canadian Mountie posing as a teenage girl convinced, or I guess was part of a sting operation to catch a predator. And this video footage was taken in Martinez, California, of them catching Daniel Paul, 41, who showed up thinking that he was going to meet a teen, and instead met the police department.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yep, and they used the drone to film the whole thing.
Get these creepers off the street.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I hate to think about that stuff happening in the world, but
people crazy.
People be crazy, yo.
You know, I think crazy is just about as crazy you can be when it comes to Australia. This next story, a hobbyist named Duncan Brochie was on a fishing trip, and he caught this video footage of a shark chasing and trying to eat a crocodile.
Oh, I've always wondered who would win in the epic battle between shark and crocodile.
I have no idea. I thought at some point in the video you might actually see a confrontation like that, but apparently the crocodile, sensing that the shark was nearby, beelined it to a rock.
Huh.
But that shark was thinking, yeah, it's a tasty treat.
I wanted to see him fight.
That would have been amazing.
Who do you think would win? I think the croc would win, man. Don't they have better, more powerful bite force?
Yeah, if the croc could get if the croc was able to spin around and get a hold of it, I would imagine the croc probably would have done enough damage to.
And crocodiles do those little spinny moves. They grab you and they spin real fast.
Oh, right, yeah. Trying to rip the meat off. Now, hey, yeah. Crocodile versus merwoman. Crocodile again.
Yeah, crocodile.
That's a pay-per-view I would like to see.
All right, so out of the Western District in I think this is Victoria, some brothers have come up with a new way of being able to muster the cattle and stuff on their property after one of them was injured in a motorcycle accident, and they realized that maybe using drones might be a better way of doing this than getting injured.
We grew up mustering on horseback here, so over the stony, undulated country. We got to a point where we thought we need to implement something even better than that again. So we introduced drones onto the farm to move away from handling stock with motorbikes. On the motorbikes, it could take us half a day to a full day, whereas now with the drone, it's a matter of a few hours. It's a much more efficient way of doing it and a lot safer. If you crash a drone, well, you just get another drone, whereas if I fall off a horse, then who knows what'll happen. I think that there's a bad culture in farming that my father did it that way, my father's father did it that way, so that's just the way it should be done. I think that needs to change a fair bit because a lot of farming practices can be done a lot safer and a lot better way. Safety is incredibly important on farm. It's number one. I wouldn't want anything to happen to myself or my family, so you wouldn't want that on any of your workers or any of their families as well.
Is there nothing that drones can't do?
Honestly.
No.
But listen to me. Those two men could read the encyclopedia to me, and I would just listen. I could watch that clip 27 times, and I would be like, absolutely, thank you.
What is your favorite foreign accent, Ashley?
Oh, man, I don't know. It depends. It depends on what mood I'm in that day.
What's yours, Jeff?
I've always been preferential to the English accent, British accent.
Okay. Yeah, you lived there for a while.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he did.
I lived in Tunbridge Wells for a year.
And
it was fantastic.
Yeah. He ate fish and chips. my favorite foreign accent is a toss-up. I can't decide what's sexier, Scottish accent or an Irish. I think I'd have to go with Irish.
Ooh, Scottish.
I love it. I love it when the girls are like, with their hired tees and they're talking like this. Hi, hey Ken. I love that stuff. I love all. Right, that's what I hear. That's what my American ear is. Hi, you little beautiful lass. So let's bring it back to the news.
All right.
To the news.
So recently, as part of a marketing launch, a Shanghai-based entertainment company called Bilibili has had a huge drone show where they used 1,500 or 15,000 or 1,500 drones to form a bunch of things in the sky. What was really fantastic about this was that as part of the marketing, they created a QR code in the sky, and anybody that was within visual sight of it could hold their phones up, and the QR code would work, and link them to the app.
Really?
Now, as an interesting aside to this, Greg Kunert, our all-time favorite little hacker, decided that he was going to hold his phone up to the video of this, and it also works.
You have to. That's these cluster drone shows. Some of them are a lot better than others. The resolution is increasing. The drones are getting smaller, and they're able to control more at a time. Pretty soon, it'll be just like little pixels. You won't be able to tell. It's so fun living in the future. There it is.
Doing a QR code is just...
Yeah, hold on. Let me see it. There it is. There it is. So if you want to scan it, go ahead. What is it? What does it bring up? Something.
It'll take them to it's the Bilibili app. It's their online entertainment app.
Okay, that's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So companies all over the world have come up with unmanned flying vehicles from scratch, but one unique company called X-Wing is taking a completely different approach because they know that software on existing aircraft will allow them to auto-land. There are airports and places that have the ability to support auto-landing through the autopilots. So this company, using a Cessna Grand Caravan 208, has tied into that auto-flight software, and they're using these planes as drones to do deliveries. It's completely automated.
In what country? Not this country. Not this country. That could.
Sure?
Is it this country?
That's what I'm checking on
Is
right
it?
now.
Okay, because this
is in the United States.
Is it?
Is it in Florida?
Oh well, there you go. That explains it.
Florida.
Anything goes in Florida.
Yeah.
Boo boo boo.
Crazy people down there.
Yeah, right. The FAA is like, what? You want to fly a pilotless plane from one airport to another? Oh, Florida? Ah, whatever. Go ahead.
Nah, it's fine.
Well, they'll let SpaceX and Tesla, fly remotely piloted cargo flights. So why not this company? So.
Not one accident. Not one person's been hurt or killed as a result of these photography drones, FPV drones that we've been flying for years. But just you wait. Somebody's sending their tube socks via the Amazon drone or UPS drone. Somebody going to get killed. Somebody going to own half a UPS. Just saying. All right. It'll last for a week. All right. Now back to you.
All right. So last in the news, Blue Origin recently launched their uncrewed test flight out of New Shepard's the New Shepard suborbital.
You got it, Jeff. You got it.
Let's do this over. Come on. You got it. Come on.
Orbital vehicle.
Buy me a vowel.
April 14. This
Can
is
I
out of
solve
West
the
Texas.
puzzle? All right.
I'll just do this.
I'd like to solve. Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle. All right. Go ahead.
So the New Shepard suborbital vehicle was flown on April 14th out of their West Texas facility.
Okay. I'm going to show this video. The video that you'll see is from a drone. And the only job of the drone pilot is to track the rocket going past it. And he miffed it. He miffed it. Watch this. That's not the drone shot yet. Here we go. All right. All right, it's on you, man. Just track it up. No problem at all. Just track that thing. Keep it in frame. Keep it in frame. Keep it in frame, dipwad. Oh. He had one job.
There go the drag brakes. And there you see all the speed bleeding off of the vehicle and waiting for our BE3 engine to relight. There it goes.
I like that sound.
Landing gear deployed.
All this technology to bring a rocket down vertically and land like in a sci-fi movie, and they let an intern operate the drone camera. We got everything covered. We got everything planned down to the last millisecond. What's that? Oh, the drone operator, Larry, is sick. Let your cousin do it. Whatever. I was watching that. I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But that is very cool. Thank you, Jeff.
Now, before I go, you never let me ever tell a joke. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
You never, ever let me tell a joke. Everybody else in this show gets to tell a joke, but I never get to tell one.
Well, that's because the ones you tell aren't funny.
Okay, fine.
I'm kidding, man. I love you, man.
We're going to preface this.
No.
I need your help.
No.
I need your help to tell this joke.
Okay, what do you need?
I need some hillbilly music.
You got it. All right.
What's the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts?
What's the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts?
Well,
beer nuts are about 95 cents. Deer nuts are under $1.
Woo!
Hey!
Very good, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So that's it. One joke every 2 years. You're covered.
Yes.
Until 2023. Thank you very much, Jeff.
I'm good. Yeah.
So I have to do something before we let Jeff go, and we've got Amari, Drone Racing League pilot, coming up. We're gonna talk with him, but first, it's been a while since we shared little kid pictures of people in our community. Okay, I have just a few, and everybody in the chat, please guess who these people are, okay? Here's the first one. Who is that? Any guesses?
Art Carlson.
Correct. That is Art.
Aww.
Yeah, that's Art.
We had Art.
He a little rootin' tootin' tricycle riding little cowpoke. There he is. All right. Here's the next one. Who is that?
Why do I want to say that's Oz by drone?
No.
Oh.
That is our buddy. That's Chris Rollins.
Oh,
my God.
Yeah. Look at him. I mean, he's a car guy. So, of course, look at him. Future car guy there. All right. Now, here is a good one. Who is that? Not the guy on the left, but the guy on the right. His brother. Who is that? I'll give you a hint. He's got an English accent.
Geek Svana?
Nope.
Wow. Then no.
That is El Smeghead.
Look at that guy.
Yeah. Look, there he is. All right.
I love that.
Yeah. All right. Here's a good one. Everybody knows this guy. You should be able to tell just by his little face. I'll zoom it in even. Let me see if I can zoom it in a little bit for you. Just by his little cute face. Now he doesn't have 2 watches on there. Yeah.
Jason Shepard.
Jason Shepard. Doesn't he look like Jason Shepard? Look at him.
He does look like
He looks like a little mini me Shepard right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Got the cheek.
All right. Now, who's this Neanderthal? Who's that guy? It had to have been a long time ago, so it's an old guy. He's got a butterfly collar. Who is that?
I love those pants.
Everybody in the chat is guessing correctly. Of course, that is, ta-da, our sexy newsman, Jeff Sills.
Is that Jeff with the bowl cut?
Yeah, man. Look. So, yeah, there's proof. There's proof that he did have hair at one time. How you doing, buddy? Just keep drinking. So there he is. All right. How about that guy? Who's that?
Is that Kelly Green?
No, that is. People in the chat. Anybody? He's got a bow tie on. That is our buddy Jerry Calverley.
Aww.
Yeah. Little bow tie Jerry. All right. Who is this? This might be a little bit more difficult. Who's that guy?
Why does he look familiar?
He does, doesn't he? Picture him with overalls and no shoes on. That's 10 toes. 10 toes. Look at that. Look at that.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of 10 toes, but for some reason, I am not surprised.
Yeah. Now, here is this guy. This guy is very well known in the FPV world. Who is that? Ashley, you won't know who that is.
Which one? The
Jeff,
guy sitting with the
No,
tiny
the kid, the little kid. The one drinking what looks like a beer.
It's not Nurk.
No. No.
Trying to remember his name now.
It's, oh my God. Tommy.
Oh!
Yeah. Look at it. Look, he's a little cute little kid.
That's cute.
Look at that. And he grew up to be a cute little FPV god. Look at that. All right. So there's our little kid pictures. If you want to send in little kid pictures of you or other people in our community as kids, well, you can do that. You can send them here. KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. Thank you, Jeff, very much.
You're most welcome.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
We should probably mention RemotePilot101.com. Isn't it a great place?
Great place.
It is a great place. Tell us about your place, Jason.
So, Remote Pilot 101, no one has prepared more Part 107 pilots than us. And you'll be pleased, those of you who are current customers now, you're going to be experiencing version 3 and a brand new learning management system in about 2 weeks. So the best just keeps on getting better. RemotePilot101.com. Use promo code Heron18, which, by the way, Ken, I can't brag on you enough. When we search promo codes, you know me, I'm all about our marketing and everything else. Heron18 is the most used promo code. Your people listen to you, Ken.
Yay! Thank you, people. I appreciate that. And you've been very busy updating the lessons too, because
there's not every video has gotten a facelift. There's 76 videos in there. Every single one has gotten a facelift. The course has gone from 9 hours to almost 12 hours now. There's just so much new content. We're always trying to innovate, push new content. Now with all the recurrent tests changing so much, we're like, wow, we just launched our new course. We need to fix it now. So we're back to that. I was just reviewing some of the stuff our writers sent over earlier for some of the content, and there's some more great stuff coming out here soon as well.
And you take actual questions that test takers give you and kind of incorporate those in the quizzes too, right? So they're actual FAA questions.
We have a ton of data on that, no doubt. So yeah, and I always share, you know this, Ken, I call them the boot camps at the end, where I share, this is a question you're going to see on your knowledge test. Let's not memorize it. Let's understand the why behind it. But just to prepare them for the knowledge test. You know this though, Ken. I want you to be safe in the real world. My mission isn't just to pass a test. I want you safe when you're out there flying FPV, whatever it is, so you can be a light and be a mentor to everybody else that's out there wondering about what this new drone space is. Even though it's not that new, but to many it is so new. We have to be ambassadors to that.
You're a shining star, Jason. A shining star. Awesome.